Alright, back to Metroid Prime 4. And hopefully... and hopefully I will be able to beat this boss. Let's see how long it takes. Oh. I didn't want to load my save. Okay, sure. Wrong button. Oh no. Where am I at? Really? My save was all the way back here. Forward, go down. I'll get whatever for here, then go into the new area. Right. Do, 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 do. Pretty close. It's an odd one. Yeah, I'm gone. Nope, not that way. Camera did not reorientate the way I wanted it to. Right. Gonna go down and then figure out what happens from there. So there is something up. Oh yeah, that thing. I remember now. I don't like how speed is limited here. Those things do not take damage. Okay. Alright, so how do I get up there? There's something going on. Maybe if I go here. Maybe there's something up here about it. Because how else do I get there? Oh wait. Wait a minute. Probably that thing. Probably this thing over here. That. There. And it is. Great. Huh. Right, get off this. Charge my super missile. Nice. And oh yeah. Completely forgot about this. Oh, here. this? Oh, wait. Okay. I'm gonna have to come back for that later. For now, for this. And then make my way back over there. Ow. I thought I would. Close enough. Why did you disappear? Oh yeah, this thing. Mm-hmm. Alright. All of this, we get that. I forgot what it's called. Psychic bomb? That upgrade. No, that's the other one. That's the name of the other one. Nice, okay. I've already scanned all of these. I'm gonna make my way inside. Completely forgot these things were turned off and I just turned them off. Glad. Yeah, Psychic Power Bomb, that's what it's called. Which is a bit of a mouthful. Kind of odd that they gave it, like all of these, they named it Psychic. Okay, it's not just a normal one, it's a Psychic. What is this thing here? Cricket. That's what I'm here for, though. Okay, now, boss time. I can't skip the cutscene. Four eyes. No idea what else I'm supposed to do besides freeze the eyes. And ow. Ow. Why is it bouncing? Can't hit him. Why are the fireballs bouncing? Ow. I just need to focus on actually hitting the eyes and blocking the fire when I can. Oh, no. Okay, come on. One. Let me get the other one. I have to get the other one somehow. Okay, got one of the. Ow! Why are there no iframes? I get hit like multiple times in a row. I am complaining, but I feel like reasonable complaints here. Maybe if I do this, it'd be easier to dodge. Ow! 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 Yeah, I got that. And these guys don't even have a health bar. Why? Okay, you know what? I'll take this. You know what? Yeah, just keep doing this one. I don't mind. Ow. Okay, I did that before it actually happened. I just knew. Ooh, nice shot. Oh, I forgot to scan him. I have a lot of missiles and I'm not afraid to use them. What if I go here? Oh my gosh, I am a great shot. Only has one more eye. Wow, that was a lot better than my last attempt. Disappears. Ooh, so mysterious. I think that's the last one. I'm not entirely sure. Might not be. Let's see. Yep, that's all of them. Nothing else. These are very suspicious though. I really want to check. I know there's nothing in there. Does it let me go up here? It does. But there's nothing in here, so time to make my way back. Oh, I did miss one thing in this room back here. I'm gonna get this one thing over here before I can make my way back. Oh. Right. That still doesn't work. Unfortunately enough. But I can just do this. One, two, one, two. Buckle my shoe. Okay. I think it's a huge shame that the only place or the only area that allows you to ride bike in that's not like desert. The speed limited area. I guess that arena is also technically normal. There's no other area of the game besides the desert where, and the occasional boss fight allows you to really ride it around everywhere. I don't like these guys. And wow. Okay. Oh yeah. This is what I need it for. Yep. Oh. Yeah, I completely forgot about this. Nice to see that is about. Why are there... I don't need to fight you. I can just walk right past you. That's what I thought I could do. You guys just served up the wall and completely blocked me. Why are you guys waiting from the door? What? Ow, what? I'm gonna heal. Nice. Fully restored on both. On everything. I don't like how these guys are just farming. Or just, like, camping. Right in front of the door I'm at. I don't like these guys in general, so... Yeah. Man, this does not make sense. Why am I faster in my ball form than Viola is in here? Doesn't make sense. Viola should be faster regardless, but apparently not. Alright. Long cutscene. Okay. So I need to get back to... Oh my god. Why do they put it so far away from everything? This is one of the furthest places they could have put it, and I forgot an item there. Well. I'll go hit some crystals while I'm at it. Oh my, honestly, the only thing that makes the area worse are the very fast enemies, which are not fun to deal with. Like, you know, I know Breath of the Wild also has had enemies like the skeleton guys. Forgot their names. But even then, those guys would be really easy to take care of, and you only take like a second. You have a way to sort of counteract.
Don't forget to bring the green energy crystals to the altar in Fury Green so you can grow the memory fruit.
Don't know. I only have half of it. Okay. Forward. I wonder who made the decision to make this game. Seems like it was doing just fine, like, before it was turned into an open world. Anyways. Oh yeah. Yeah, at least you can do this. God, Viola doesn't actually like stay here. How much was that? Not really a noticeable amount, but there is another one. How about that? That is return to the altar. I still don't know how much I have. But make my way over here. Oh, speed limited. Oh, lame. Great. Back to where we all the way back there. All right. Now, might as well check out the green crystal as well. Ow. Why does it do so much damage?
You did it, Samus. You found the missing pieces.
Yep.
That was everything I needed to fix Betsy. You know, the mech. She is good to go.
Excellent work, Samus. With the mech repaired, we'll be able to destroy the force field around
Wow.
Chrono Tower.
Yeah, we're gonna want to be careful with that. Just saying I had to get a little creative with those repairs. Yeah, I can only guarantee about 80% functionality.
That's not
Oh,
bad.
80%. That's good, Gearhead.
We trust you.
Good amount. If it's 50%, that would be worse. But
Before we can leave,
80%
you'll need to
is
secure
pretty.
the memory fruit. Come back and see me when you're ready.
Are you serious? Wait. Turbo launcher. Where is it? Gonna have to be this way, isn't it? This thing. Please tell me it's not what I think it is. Am I gonna have to grind? Please don't tell me. I need to grind. Okay, please don't tell me that. Oh, what? Oh, good to know. This is how we get my upgrades, huh? Well. I'm gonna have to grind this out. Oh, let me test how many of them. One shot him? Nice. How about this? Oh! Ooh. Ooh, that's nice. This is very nice. I wish I knew there was an upgrade before I did all of that. Mm-hmm. Oh. Anything else I can do here? Sanctum of Guardians. Remembrance. Nungle Path. Yeah. No, there's nothing. Not really anything else. I think I might. Wait a minute. Mm-hmm. I don't remember this. Oh, the playback device. Okay. I need to check this out. Oh man. Okay, so if I take this, say, put it in here. Oh. Wait, is this a hint to the boss? Okay. Wait, can I just put all these in here? Oh, oh, so it's just a model room. That's all it is. DK with Fury, thrown giant body, anyone struck with rage. Okay. Huh. Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Guess they all got corrupted in some way, shape, or form. Didn't think come back here whenever I finished the boss, but it's really cool that they have the room here. I'm just not looking forward to what I have to do next, which is farm. Mm-hmm. Yep. More. Whoa. Oh yeah, the plant. They really make peace with all the animals, huh? And this thing, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Whoa. Oh, I guess it's either the guys is displaying all the information. Pretty cool. I didn't expect this to happen. Okay. Now I have to do something I am dreading. I have to farm green crystals. Because need to get the fruit. Well then. How long will this take? Who knows? Probably not too
Look who
long.
it is.
Done all this.
You mentioned grievers were actually Lemurs. We
Yeah.
were searching for a way to turn grievers back in the research lab in Icebound. We couldn't see them as monsters. Grievers were once their friends and family.
Or was it? Launch room is on the side, yes.
Wouldn't you try to save me? I mean, yeah, but if my family tried to eat me, I'd run away screaming. It's hard to imagine how we got in their position until next
Give
time.
me lore when I don't really need it right now. I have important things to do like grinding, which I am absolutely dreading. No one loves something more than a side quest or a grind quest. Alright. How bad could it be? Let's find out. Ah, there. Finally. So, is there anything else in here? No, I've already gone here. Back to grinding. And you know, if I'm gonna be grinding, might as well put on some like videos or something on the side. Keep me entertained or interested. Can't believe they're actually making me do this. What did you get? One moment. Let me put on some videos on the side. Right. So only gonna watch that video. You guys can't hear it because it's on a different audio channel. Anyways. Keep pressing the wrong one. Right. Whoa, okay, no. Green crystals. Yep, it doesn't take too long.
Collected enough green energy crystals.
Come on!
Green energy crystals to the altered fairy
Selecting them.
If you're not sure where to go, you can always call in and ask me. You can reach me through the radio command on the map.
Huh. Like nothing. Oh man. This is gonna take such a long time. Why would they not just not require players to do this? This just seems like such a boring and, I thought it was just a side quest. Apparently, it's an actual thing you need to do. I mean, the nice thing is, I guess I get upgrades from it, but still. Down here, more green crystals. Oh my gosh. There is so much enemies. Why are there's so many of them? There. Hey, how are you today? I'm just mindlessly grinding crystals because for some reason in this game you need to fill up this bar before you can progress further. And I didn't know that. And now I'm stuck traveling in this very lifeless and no music land, deprived of everything, filled with nothing but the purpose of grinding more green crystals. I hope it doesn't take too long, but thanks. Glad you enjoyed it. Next video, not sure when that would be, but I am currently working on it. Hopefully it's as good. Although that latest video did is a bit of an anomaly. I didn't think it would take off the way it did. But you know, just need to keep making videos. Hopefully that sort of fit the same genre. Well, definitely same genre, but same style. Anyway, it's nice to see you here. How are you today? Man, how did they not think this? How did they think this was gonna be fun? What? That's good to hear. Man, there's so many things that baffle me about this game. First thing is, like, well, the desert in the first place, right? But then they also put this grind mission, and then they also lock the music behind an amiibo, which you have to buy. And yeah, it just sucks. Although I could just be complaining and not as bad as it actually is, but it doesn't really look like that so far. How many do I have? I am 2/3 of the way there. Nice. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, the graphics are really nice, but the main, like, weak point of this game, and something I also really agree with, is this entire desert section. Like, you could get rid of this car and the entire desert, and the game would be so much better. It's like, for example, if I look at my map, half the time when I have to go somewhere, it has to be like, oh, you have to go over here. And then when I'm done with it, I have to go, guess what? I have to go all the way across the map and go over here. And sometimes I'm trying to find out where to go next. And like I come here, it's like, oh, by the way, you have to go all the way to the other side of the map and go in this area here instead. And yeah, not really a great experience. I do like the combat. It's just this whole exploration area isn't done well. But like, let's say they, you know, who could blame them, you know? When they were making this game, open world games were like a huge thing at the time, so I guess they wanted to make something like that. But that doesn't excuse them blocking the background music or the overworld music behind an amiibo, because man, that just makes it so much more boring. I'm not even sure what the overworld music is supposed to be. Like, imagine if they took Breath of the Wild and they put the whole theme or the entire track for when you're traveling in the overworld behind, like, let's say the horse amiibo. Horse amiibo for horse theme, and like Link amiibo for anything else. It's an odd decision. I'm not even sure if it unlocks if you beat the entire game. But I do like bosses. Yeah, I mean, it's this whole map. It's like, I could sort of forgive it if they had actually put stuff here, you know? But it's just desert. That's all it is. There isn't anything here, or any like purpose or reason to even be here. And now I hate it a lot more because of this huge mandatory, like, hey, you have to stay in this desert and drive around breaking these crystals and collecting them all, and to progress the story. Which, you know, no one likes a fetch quest, but I think everyone especially hates a quest where you have to just keep grinding in an area like this until you can go on ahead. Huh, I can... Wait a minute. Although there are like cutscenes and stuff at times, like for example, when I come here. Could be someone here. Yep. Might as well. I don't really care about these cutscenes because they're so random and it doesn't really feel like
Shamus,
it's
nice to see you
that
again.
natural.
I was born on the fourth moon of Solitude.
Like, I don't care enough
in the
about
northern
these guys
reaches.
to really care about
Resources were scarce,
their life
and
story.
each day was a struggle to survive. By my generation, it was difficult to support the family by hunting, so I joined the Federation.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
I don't know if this was in line with Solon and my father's way, but I had to do it to feed our family.
This
So from
guy
hunter, I became
is...
sniper.
Seems like he's a
It's
priest.
strange. My words flow so
Or-
easily around you.
Oh yeah, another
Before
thing.
you go,
Another
Samus,
odd thing.
It looks like there's
Why
a few
doesn't
ruins
Samus
in this
talk?
valley. I found something near one of them.
Like, I'm pretty sure Samus has talked in other games before. It just feels so odd hearing Samus not talk. Like, hey, I'm used to it happening with like Link and stuff.
Good hunting, Samus.
But Samus isn't Link. Samus is someone who, like, right there, it would have made so much sense if she talked. Probably would have connected with the characters a lot more if she did. But, I mean, they didn't do that, and now it's just feels kind of awkward. No. There are so many times where it's like, oh yeah, like, they're trying to, like, make everyone feel really close. But it just feels so odd. Samus is just there. I wouldn't mind if, like, there weren't cutscenes and stuff that, like, in which the characters, like, talk to you and everything. But they have cutscenes, and you're, like, the only silent one there. It's super strange. I've already gotten everything in the desert. I probably should have waited. So every area has this thing called a scout bot where you scan it, basically reveals all the hidden stuff on the map. So like, for example, there's still one thing I haven't gotten yet because it's time-based, but like that, I have to get it from that guy. But basically it marks all the unacquired items on the map, which I think is very useful, although I'm not sure if any of the other Metroid games have ever done something like that. I sure do know that the original Metroid never did it. It never did Super Metroid, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, let's have something on I already just these. Wow, what a surprise! Things attacking me in the really empty desert. I wonder why. Okay, how many crystals do I have left? I'm almost a quarter of the way there. Or almost only a quarter of the way. Almost 3/4 of the way there. Which would be good news, but I'm also dreading it because I've already been driving around this desert for like 10 minutes, and that's all I've done. I've only gotten like less than a quarter in that time. This sucks so much. This is just another thing. I don't think you're gonna ever naturally do this mission if you're just playing the game like that, because who is going to just spend more time in the desert than in the actual like stages and stuff on, like, aside from the map? Like, for example, look, there's a cool volcano over there, you know? Or like you have this huge electric filled area over there. You have a forest back there. You have the ice mountain behind that. Anyways. my energy. Where are green crystals? Please tell me they respawn. I don't want to have to leave and then come back because they run out. Oh, I wonder if these are randomly generated or developers put spawn pods in or bots here purposely. Race. Why couldn't they have just lowered the requirement for green crystals? Come on. It's just so much. Dude. Might as well go back once we get enough green crystals. Actually, wait, no, that'd be a waste. Why am I getting notifications? Oh my gosh, come on. The worst thing to happen is if I lose my life. I have to restart the entire time. How many more do I have left? I wonder what else the upgrade could be. Or what the third upgrade could be. I feel like it could be like a bomb upgrade. Maybe, perhaps, that makes sense. Make my way here. Have I gotten all the big ores? Hope not, but it looks like it. Wow, more desert. I wonder what's behind this wall over here. Probably more desert. Over this hill. Green crystals and more desert. It's such a... Oh wait, hey, wait a minute. Okay, let me take a look at this. I need to measure and see how much exactly this is. Okay, so, far, it's right at the line. Okay, good. How much is this? So, this is like nothing. That's actually nothing. Man. Ever played? What does JSR stand for? I might have. Depends on the abbreviation of it. Take a look. No, actually, I've never. Let me search it up. One moment. Oh, Jet Set Radio. Yes, yes. Okay, no, I haven't played Jet Set Radio. Yes, but I have heard of it. I remember that. Used to watch a lot of playthroughs of it when I was like smaller. There's another game also that I used to watch called Sunset Overdrive, maybe. Yeah, yeah. I've heard a lot about it, and I also remember seeing a lot of gameplay. Maybe I just haven't actually. If I ever get around to playing the game, sure, yeah. Need to be games I'm more familiar with. I have seen Jet Set Radio. Which console did it release? Jet Set Radio. Was it like PlayStation 3 or Xbox or was it PC? Oh, Dreamcast, really? It's so old. I didn't realize it was Dreamcast. That makes sense though. A lot older of a system than I thought. I have never owned a Dreamcast, but I do know people who have. It's like exclusive? Oh man. That is unfortunate. I don't know why I've seen footage of it. And whenever I think about it, there's also another game I think of. I think it's called Sunset Overdrive. Another one I think of. Right. I think Sunset Overdrive is like this one where, like, these guys are really Did they ever make like a sequel or prequel or any other game to follow off of Jet Set Radio? It's one of those games where you hear a lot about it, but never really. I don't think they ever make a sequel or release it. Another one I hear about a lot and never see is I think the Homer games. And besides that, I'm not really sure whether have you ever played or heard of the Infamous games? Those ones are also pretty cool. Yeah, pretty fun. Yes, actually. What is this? Really? It's only a save room. Okay, I'll take it though. That's kind of okay. Yeah. It's fun. It's kind of sad how a lot of studios nowadays, you know, back then they could make these games with like a significantly smaller budget, but then it seems like for a lot of these studios now, they just have multi-million-dollar budgets and they just willing to put it into like these other IPs and stuff. I think some of the more prominent ones is with like say Bungie or Sony. And yeah, I think one game I've actually been hoping to see at some point, but it's never really happened was, you ever heard of the Prototype games? There was Prototype 1 and 2, and then after that it just didn't it oh yeah, okay. Like, it seems like it's very difficult to get like, get any new IP, or nowadays having an old IP have a new game. It seems like it's a very difficult thing to do, and it feels like it's mostly due to how much of a budget like companies are giving these like studios. Then because then they're forced to make like a very huge and almost unreasonable profit to sort of justify making the game. How much was it for like new God of War or new say Spider-Man? A lot. I'm not even sure they made it. It's really unreasonable that like a lot of these devs or a lot of these studios just they have to expect huge sales for the game they're making, particularly popular. Yeah. Well, the thing is, have you also heard the argument that Nintendo's always been the same way? Like, it's not that they weren't more greedy or anything. I think it's more that they were a lot more desperate, maybe. Like, I've heard the greedy argument, but I've also heard the argument that they aren't necessarily greedy, or they weren't necessarily not greedy, but it was more that they weren't as desperate. And you know, during the 3DS and Wii U era, it was pretty bad. Like, have you seen the launch years for 3DS? Like, the launch years for 3DS and Wii U, there was like nothing, or no big cuts. I think for 3DS, you didn't get like a Zelda or a Mario 3D Land or anything until like a year or two after launch, and they had to do a price cut because of how little it ended up selling. And then you have the Wii U where, well, that launch year was, even though there were a lot of people that bought the Wii U coming from the Wii, they didn't have any good games or really any games at all at launch. Most of them were like third party, and surprisingly, they didn't even have like a 3D Mario game. Like, the Switch is an anomaly, but, well, and because of how successful they are, just went back to charging as much as they do. Yeah. But yeah, because of how, like, desperate they were to get sales and stuff, they used to do all these bigger discounts. 3DS got discounted because it wasn't doing well. That's what a lot of people thought would happen with the Switch 2, but they've sort of learned from their lesson. Wii U really, I think the Wii U failing was a combination of them being really slow at releasing first-party games. We are getting so many more first-party games compared to when the Wii U was out. Like, I remember there being very little games for the Wii U, even when I had one. And good ones were few and far between. And then they also had the whole advertising issue where a lot of parents or a lot of people thought that the Wii U was just an accessory for the Wii, which they sort of avoided that Switch 2 because, well, they named it straight up Switch 2. There's no way you can really mistake it with older Switch. Although I do miss those deals where even like Wind Waker HD, that was on sale for like $30 at some point. Crazy deal for the time. I think 3DS also ended up, like, after they did the price cut and everything, and they started releasing games, started doing really well, and that's what kept the company afloat. Then they also had the Year of Luigi, where they lost a lot of money. Although I do miss it, they're never gonna do it again because I hear they lost like millions of dollars from doing that. For some reason, decided to do a whole year dedicated to only Luigi, which was really cool, but not profitable at all. Oh, okay, yeah, I agree. I don't know why they still haven't given us like even basic themes, because you have like black and white, but then that's it. You don't have anything else. That I need to get up there. Although I did hear rumors, it was around April Fools, but apparently it was real, where they were hiring like people to work on UI. Or people to help work on like the Switch 2 UI, which would be pretty cool, and I'm hoping they actually do it. But you know how Nintendo are. They're ahead in some things and they're behind in a lot of others. Although, one of the more recent like decisions that I really don't get, and even after getting it, I still don't get it, is when they decided to put Mario Kart World like for $80. Because, I mean, that game has the potential, I guess, to be an $80 game, maybe. I guess I sort of see it. It's just not. It is underfinished. Like, for example, you know, they did the new mode, like Mario Kart World. The huge thing about, hey, it's an open world. There's a whole knockout tour where you can do your own, like, that mode's fun, by the way, but it's limited to only like 8 tracks, and you can't make your own. And of course, you do get bored of it, and it's so odd that they don't actually go ahead and do a custom one, because they already have all the routes. And no one's just playing the in between. I thought like, hey, oh, you have the in between because you want to. It's perfect for if you want to like make your own route. Nope, they didn't do that at all. And that's how Nintendo is, right? They have so many odd decisions. Like, hey, for example, Tears of the Kingdom, they had decisions like, hey, showing the same cutscene every time you, almost the same cutscene every time you get a boss. Then there was that time where it's like, hey, let's make it so that you get Zelda's memories in a similar way that you got Link's. Issue with that, you can get the story out of context and you can spoil yourself, which is what happened to me because, well, it wasn't really something that made sense. For example, you can get that huge twist in the memories happen at the very beginning or before you get most of them. If you're unlucky enough or if you're curious enough to explore. It's, yeah, it's also kind of odd that, like, a lot of people are wanting, like, a mix between, like open world Zelda, but linear puzzle dungeons and stuff, which I agree with. It's just, Nintendo seems like they don't really know. Like, for example, I think, a lot of the shrines in Tears of the Kingdom sort of point to why it's not really a great idea to have like such an open puzzle for each shrine, because you can literally beat basically all of them just by using recall. Such an overpowered thing. Like, you feel like a genius when you first do it, but then afterwards it's like, hey, you go into a shrine. Hey, there's a whole huge puzzle here. Let's just skip it. Not to say I didn't enjoy Tears of the Kingdom. It's just it has a lot of flaws, and much more than I noticed with Breath of the Wild. That's why I like Breath of the Wild more, because it just feels like a more feels like a game that put more attention to detail and love to, if that makes sense, compared to Tears of the Kingdom, which for some reason I just feel like it just feels to me like something I just gave up on after they reach a certain point. Okay, we're done. But yeah, another example of Tears of the Kingdom, like also not having enough potential is that, you know, you look at the tutorial for, say, Wild, and teaching you, like, hey, the tutorial is perfect. It gives you a glimpse of the entire world. Like, hey, you're gonna have these, hey, you're gonna have a world you can explore. There are different regions. You might find some ruins in one. You might find, say, like lore in some. You might find areas where you can't really climb all the way up. You might also find areas where, say, like, you need to wear equipment. Also, like, find your way around. But then Tears of the Kingdom does it. That shows you something similar, but it sort of just the entire Great Sky Island sort of kind of felt like it lied to me. You know, it's such a cool island. It's just a shame that you never see an island like it ever again. You get off the island, you're like, oh yeah, it's so cool. I can't wait to explore all these other sky islands, until you realize, hey, that Sky Island is the only one like it in the game. Like, there might be something else similar, or tries to be similar, like the optional, or the, what was it, the 5th stage. Yeah. it feels really deceptive. And that's why, right? That's also why a lot of people call it disappointing masterpiece, right? It builds off of Breath of the Wild. It is arguably a really good game. It's just there's so much potential that they just don't use, and there's so many odd decisions they make that it just makes the experience like that much more disappointing. Tears of the Kingdom is a great game. I like all the Sky Islands. I really love the boss fights. I just wish it had more to do. It's just because it does add on to Breath of the Wild. Was Skyloft? That's very interesting. Because in Skyloft, what was the main? There were islands and stuff. But that's the thing, right? Each island in Skyloft also had its own, like, theme around it, I'm pretty sure. There are more unique islands in Skyward Sword than there are in Tears of the Kingdom, I'd say. But then again, you also have, like, the very cool dungeons. The ship dungeon is very cool. But besides that, everything else just feels really everything else feels pretty copy-pasted. Like, there are so many things which feel so similar. I would have loved if they put more ruins in the sky. Like, I mean, take a look at... That's also another reason why it feels like Tears of the Kingdom was slightly rushed near the end, or they just didn't care. Because I would have loved if they put ruins and stuff in the sky like they did with the actual world of Breath of the Wild, where you have so many buildings, so much hidden lore and stuff. You don't really get any lore of what happened in the past with the Sky Islands, except for maybe the Great Sky Island, or that beginning part of the game. And then you also have the depth, where, like, it is a very cool idea. I really like the depth. It's just like, I was terrified when I first went into the depth in Tears of the Kingdom. I was not expecting something. But it's just so empty. They didn't really add anything to it. They had so much, again, potential to add stuff to the depth. Imagine, like, putting a village down there. That would have been actually, that was such a cool idea. A village in the depth. That could have worked. Then you don't really have an incentive to really explore the depths besides, like, going to... No, even then, even the dungeon that you go into via the depth, you enter it from on top. You don't really have much reason to really fully explore the depth and get all the... Yeah, A shame. That's why it's like, and another thing is, another thing that's sort of my fault, but to be fair, I was expecting more of a change from Breath of the Wild since, you know, it's a sequel. I did sort of replay Breath of the Wild again before Tears of the Kingdom, and that sort of worked against me because like, oh, I just played Breath of the Wild. I've just came across, I just explored this entire world, and now I have to do it again with very slight or minimal differences. They also have some pretty big inconsistencies, like for example, the Terrytown one. So you know how, I forgot what his name was, I think Hudson? The guy who makes your house, he acts like he's never seen you before, even though Terrytown is already made, and in order for Terrytown to be made in the first place, you need to actually fully complete your house. So, that doesn't make sense. Then there was also, it felt kind of disappointing to see all the Guardians go away with the simple Nintendo explanation of, hey, they just all disappeared. Because, well, I mean, they did fulfill their purpose, yeah, but Calamity Ganon is something that reoccurs every 1,000 years. They're not gonna just fully disappear once it's done. And then because, I mean, they stayed once they defeated Calamity Ganon the first time. No reason they should disappear at all. Even like Zelda, she mentions how at the end of Breath of the Wild, she's like, oh, like she talks about Divine Beasts, you know, and she's like, yeah, they seem to be breaking down, but they're still there. Yeah. That's another thing, right? That's another thing I'm so sad about it. I was hoping to see him. He was so cool. I forgot his name though. Tap Dance Ballad and stuff. So good. Why do I not remember his name? One moment. Wait. I need to search it up. Accordion. Cass. Yes. Cass. I don't know why he's gone. Cass is honestly a very great character to be around. It was so nice when I first went to the game. It's like, you know, he knows something. He's giving you all of these hints, but he never really lets you know what it is. Or he never really acknowledges that you are the hero who fell asleep a century ago until you're done with the last mission he gives you. Yeah. It's such a shame that it's just not there. It's like they purposely, it's almost like they tried to avoid glaring inconsistencies simply by letting people get. Oh yeah, another thing. Why do people not know? Why do a lot of people not know that Link is the one who saved Hyrule? Like, I think in Kakariko Town, or the new one, they actually teach people that, hey, doesn't make sense. And I also, to be fair, I don't like the look of the new Kakariko. I don't really like the mushrooms everywhere. Sort of feels like they ruined it, and I was sort of hoping that by doing the quest, they would disappear, but they never do. And all the other, it sort of feels like Nintendo when they made like Tears of the Kingdom and stuff. They were sort of making it with the intention that you could go back and play Breath of the Wild after this and not know anything of its story, which seems sort of counterintuitive, since you know you are making a sequel to a game, so you should be using more that game. But they don't do that. There's this huge change. Like, you didn't say you like Tears of the Kingdom. I'd say, yeah, it is objectively a better, like, Zelda game. Just, it doesn't It has a lot of flaws. It's sort of similar to how, like, you can say Breath of the Wild is a masterpiece, but it has its flaws. Similarly, I say that, you know, Tears of the Kingdom is a masterpiece, but it has its flaws. One of which I think is, you know, the whole fuse mechanic. The really odd thing about it is they didn't give you a favorite button. So even if you used like even if you have a few like go-to fuses, or you know a few go-to combinations that you would probably use occasionally, if you ever need to use them, you'd have to scroll through the entire menu just to get around to it. Which they do seem to finally be like sort of addressing, since you know the game after this, Echoes of Wisdom, it had a similar type of menu, but then they added the favorite menu, or the favoriting option, which gives me hope that they've learned. Other than that, I really missed the motorcycle in Tears of the Kingdom. I know it's like, you know, it was more of a Breath of the Wild exclusive, but it felt so nice having a motorcycle you can summon at any time. Like, hey, you can't get a horse up here? Well, don't worry about it. We have this motorcycle you can come summon at any time. It's such a cool reward. And then you also have people who say, there are a lot of people who are waiting for DLC. So, for example, we were all expecting to see Master Mode. We were all expecting some sort of trial. Breath of the Wild had Trial of the Sword. I was expecting something similar. Would have been pretty cool, especially when you consider that. Oh yeah, the Master Sword has a bug in it. The Master Sword has one bug, which I think it either cripples its what its maximum durability is supposed to be, or it really ruins its maximum damage. And the funny part is, even though the Master Sword has been refining for like, you know, thousands of years according to Tears of the Kingdom lore, according to the stats you have in game and an enemy, the Master Sword does like 45 damage instead of the 60 in Breath of the Wild, which is kind of funny because it's stronger in Breath of the Wild than it is in Tears of the Kingdom. Mini bosses, I really like the new mini bosses in Tears of the Kingdom, especially with the introduction of three-headed dragons. Very fun. Hey, suck. I've been grinding for an hour. Are you seriously going to be making me do it? Did you really think this was such a good idea? No, Casimiro would be sick. I remember Accordion is such a cool instrument. No, in a video before where some guy did you know, Toby Fox, the person who made like Undertale, has some very famous tracks. But there was a guy who played some of the harder tracks on accordion, which I have to say that is such an impressive. Oh, that's what it is. don't think I have to keep scanning it, but sure. About how much driven. Okay, so oh wait. Amiibo detected. That's interesting. Hmm. That one's a cool one. Gorilla suit. I've been driving a lot. Sure. But I've gotten all of these. I'm gonna wear this one. This. Yeah, that's cool. Matches. By the way, this is called a valley, apparently. It doesn't really look like a valley to me. It's just huge stuff. There's nothing but green crystals that sporadically appear. Okay. Very familiar. You guys are very funny. Green crystals that sporadically appear. Here. Never shy. Okay, how much do I have left? Well, wait. It's left. But where's this here? Yep. That was a This was like hidden in the corner.
En Kabich Gazlatir Planet. Analich Kadam Katir Ashazarageth. Gusane Shati Haram. Wasanit Kakuranesh.
Right.
Sacha Sneriklit. Chulite Yin Saram Kiathara. Jaskalta. Kazdal Charan Tinet H's Teganich Virus. Kistaskala. Shati Haram. Insagalich Tandala. Champion Araneth Kitutarin. Kazdal.
Oh, the teleporter itself.
Aska Sidanam. Kumlan Dojatsil Kazdal Charam. Zangalan Dojatsil Tandalas. Athashin Changaresh. Tutaritek Alante Beach. Shati Haram. Taganin Chokafara, Ki and Grat. Asla Tintashel, Kisalek, Kuskaden,
I wonder if this is entirely optional because I
Zakara, Inkialin,
didn't expect to
and
see this.
Shasta, Shursudeharat, Shadi Haram, and Diati Vilen Hala, Hidakia Chiotus.
Do I get anything for finding this? Nope, only lore. Well, I mean, I did get a bunch of green crystals, which I think. This feels like it's taking too long. Why is this even a thing? They should like, whoever made this, whoever designed this, really rethink life choices to why they thought this was a thing. Oh. Found it.
Have you collected enough green energy crystals? Maybe you should return to Fury Green and offer those green energy crystals to the altar.
Serious. There. Okay, finally. Finally have enough green crystals. That was a huge waste of time. Right. They did not need to do that. Right.
Stay away.
Oh, that's me leaving.
Mention use one option. They were so good hunting.
It's, yep.
Sound.
Is it here? Nope, I was going the right way. Okay. What happens now? There. That's the fruit. Oh, that's just sick. Wow. Now. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, damn it. All right, you've secured the memory fruit.
They even
We
know
can leave for
there's a
Chrono
memory.
Tower as soon as you give the order, Samus. You ready?
Not yet. Let me check something out. First, check out again. Apparently, there's still some more things I need to get. Test this. Pretty cool. Oh, that's where it is on the map on the top left corner.
Samus, have you already seen the rebels from the Federation base? Seeing that reminds me of my job. Ever heard of Herc Unit Delta? Come rest. Quietly eliminating threats to keep planets on the fringe safe, unknown to everyone. That is the job. And in return for my service, I would get paid, just like a bounty hunter. You are also a bounty hunter. But you fight for a greater purpose, alone, overcoming death and continuing to fight, something only you can do. Here, a gift. I pulled it out from under the debris.
Pretty cool.
Take a moment. Feel the rhythm of the wind. It reminds me of my home. Good hunting, Samus.
Alright. Halfway. Almost. pretty interesting. Didn't press a button there and I just caught off onto up here. I think that's enough for now, and that's a lot of grinding.